Good afternoon and welcome back to the workshop, guys. It's Tuesday, and today, even though I should probably continue with some orders, I feel like getting some order in this workshop. We're very messy right now. So I've just cleared out this entire area that I'm facing now, which is a place that I've wanted to put a small, it's only going to be like 1.5 feet or so, or maybe even less, about 1 foot wide. Basically a shelf, but like a small worktop there to be able to put orders that are packed or that kind of thing, or pieces of orders if I'm working on bigger jobs and stuff like that. And yeah, I wanted to do that for a while, and today is going to be that day. We have salvaged this tabletop and also the legs, which may come in helpful, from a person in our town. Basically, we're getting rid of this tabletop, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to rip it in half, roughly in half, and then make this kind of upper countertop and then lower shelf. Yeah, you guys are going to get to see it. So we are looking at about 31 mil wide. If we run the full length here, which would be nice, 31 mil at entry, 10 mil wide, 160 long. So we don't have the length in it. What's the length minus those curves? 120. Okay. So I'm thinking if we rip it in half first and then see what we have, see what space we have, because we're gonna have a strip from the middle that might be able to make up the length. We can dog it together, or maybe I should shorten or reduce my my hopes. Maybe I should reduce my hopes and dreams for this piece. Trying to think. It's not an issue either, because I just need the surface. I don't necessarily need it to be that long or that wide, but it would be nice. So I've found and pulled out the old circular saw, and we are going to get ready to zip this lad in half, nice and easy, hopefully. I don't have a proper way to fasten or support my work. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't think I've used one of these in probably 3 or 4 years, but we're going to do our best here. That is all that we can do. I'm going to get a couple of clamps on the piece and make sure here that we're not going to rip our table, and we won't. We're looking pretty good. So somewhere, everything's messy right now, and I've moved everything outside. Somewhere I have at least a few little clamps. These are like Aldi and little kind of clamps. Not great, but hey, they might help us just a little bit. Okay, that's cut number 1 done. That went pretty well, surprisingly. I didn't freak out. I'm a little bit of not as scared. What's the word? Afraid of circular saws. Of saws in general, after seeing some injuries and stuff like that. But hey, that could have gone worse. Could have gone a lot worse. But yeah, there is. Whoops. Shelf numero uno. Let's see if we can get shelf numero dos cut as well. And I didn't rip through my table either, so that's good. Checking to make sure, number 1, we're not going to rip the table, and number 2, we're not going to run through any of them staples. There's still a couple of them in the bottom, if you guys remember, but we should be good. We should be good. Are terrible. It ain't gonna do much there, but hopefully it'll help just a little bit. Okay, let's go for round 2 on the cut. Let's move you guys too. Okay, that's cut number 2. Our 2 main cuts of the day done. So I don't have a proper, I actually do have like a, not a framing square, but like a little carpenter's square thingy that'll hook over the edge of timber. But I have no idea where it is. I haven't seen that thing in years. So we're just using this square ruler that I use in leatherworking, just to mark our square ends on these ones. Hey, that is good and solid now, as is that. I don't even think I need to put another screw in there, but those screws are deck screws, guys, that I'm using rather than the reclaimed screws from the tabletop. And those deck screws are coming from a little box of bits. I think everybody should have a little box of bits. These are like leftover boxes of wood screws, and there's some machine screws in here, deck screws, there's some bolts in here, there's all sorts in here. There's a little screwdriver for some reason. But yeah, I think everybody should have one of these. I'm gonna make this entire thing for free. I'm not even gonna spend any money on screws, hopefully anyway. Let's see how it goes, but that's amazing to me that I can do that, you know? Where they're gonna go. I just want to check it's level. I have a smaller level somewhere which disappeared, and it's actually perfect for me to do that. Yeah. Okay, so as I said, I'm just going to use like a normal drill bit just to slightly sink these. Just very slightly, because I'm afraid that they're going to split. And I think 3 should be pretty good. Should probably back off to the drill instead of using the driver here. And there we go. I thought I was smart. by putting the screws at a slight angle. Didn't think about it properly and put them at the wrong angle. But that's one in, so I just want to check everything there. But first I want to check and see if I got a message here. So I just wanted to check there because there's a guy coming to deliver Leah's birthday present. He's a guy that they used to work with by the name of Ilko, and he's a silver worker. So I'll show you guys what I commissioned from him for Leah's birthday now. Once he delivers it in the next probably like 15-20 minutes. But for now we'll keep working. Hey guys, so Ilko is just away after delivering this gorgeous piece for Leah. This is a pendant necklace that she's wanted for over 2 years. The Kuin's birth date and his name stamped on each side, and then a simple hammered polish over on the front and the back. It's 20 grams of solid sterling silver on a silver necklace as well, a silver chain. But yeah, she's been looking forward to this and looking to get this, but one thing led to another and she hasn't been able to get it for, as I said, 2 years. I'm whispering because she's just inside, and she still doesn't know about it. Her birthday's on Thursday. I gotta wait 2 more days. But oh, I'm so happy. Ilko went above and beyond for me with this. He's a guy I used to work with actually, in a place that I used to work. I'm just grabbing his card here with one hand. Excuse the mess of the workshop. We're currently, as you guys have seen in the video, building some shelves. But this is it here. Vatov Jewelry by Mr. Ilko Vatov. And that is the email address on the website. I'll link it all in the description. But yeah, I gotta try and hold this a secret for 2 more days. But it's gorgeous and I really do appreciate how do I word this? Like, I really do appreciate you guys for making it possible for me to commission such a piece from a local artist, because without you guys it would not be possible. I'm so happy with this, so thank you. Oh, we've got one worktop here, and now because it was a bit shorter, at least for the top one, I don't know about the bottom one, I might leave it short, I just gotta see. But because it was a bit shorter, I'm building on an extension now, so I've just added this here so that I can basically extend it. Yeah. So we're getting there. One of these pieces is cut roughly to length. This one here, my cut was also not straight, so I had to kind of roughly jigsaw it together a bit, and it'll be okay. But now I need to add another kind of support coming out here somewhere. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm currently torn as to what way to attach this. Really what I need is a piece by 2x4 or 4x2 as we call them here, to run out this way, to be screwed and affixed really well there, so that the timber would be sitting, I dropped the screwdriver, so that the timber would be sitting this way, and then all your strength is coming from your screws and all that down there. But instead I'm going to use this piece of decking board because it's what I have, and I'm going to screw it there so it's good and wide, has a good affixation point. I don't know. It's going to be fixed really well because we can get a good 3 or 4 screws, two lines of 3 or 4 screws, and then I'm going to attach it as well to this already very sturdy countertop, so that it's going to have the stability from that as well coming through. Now, is that the best way to do things? No. It's really, really not, as far as I know anyway. I don't know much, but I'm pretty sure it's really, really not. But I think that it's going to be fine. Basically, the only weight consideration that I had is that I do hope to build like a, basically in that part where the window is, it's the same on the other side, to build like a kind of like console tower of shelves at some point. Not right now. And I was like, oh, but they might be a bit heavy, but realistically they're going to be fixed to the wall as well, so they're not going to, the countertop isn't going to carry any weight. And these countertops are purely for me to rest. Like probably the heaviest thing will be a laptop on, like, so it's all good. I think it's gonna work. If it doesn't, hell, we'll learn something. But I think it's gonna work out well, and we're gonna do it and see what happens. So here it is. So just mark a width here. And split the difference. That is going to be strong. We're also going to use these nice thick wood screws. You've only got a few of these left, but I feel like this is a good spot to use them. Okay. I think that the deck screws would be too long, wouldn't they? Yeah, they'd be far too long. Unfortunately, those kind of deck screws would be really good as well because of the length. These should be fine once we don't split. These should be fine. Let's even mix in one longer screw. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, tying the two together is a great thing to do, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Okay. Perfect. So now that should allow this to come in here. I'm liking it. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Well, close to perfect. Okay, so fair. Pretty good, and we got to fix it on the other side. Depending, I'll judge how strong it is once I get the screws in, but I might put another board out through the middle here. That's this one done. I'll actually change our camera angle as well. Sorry guys, you guys can't see anything. Perfect-ish. I love that saying, perfect-ish, because that's what everything I do is, perfect-ish. Well, in fairness, I am kind of a stickler for doing a little bit better in leather work, of course, but when it comes to working with timber, I don't really mind it. So these screws came from the table. They're quite short, and they're not quite, they're like basically the width or the depth of the boards plus a little bit, but they're also countersunk in a little bit, so I think they're going to be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for now. We got to attach over there too. Should I attach it this way? This way? Ooh, maybe. No, I shouldn't. I'm just thinking about this little chamfer thingy. That really I should have chopped off, but I didn't have enough length to get everything done if I had done that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more of those, and we need a smaller little Phillips head drill bit too. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's go close to this. Oh, fuck. Is this screw slightly bent? It is. Let's not use that screw. Let's use this one. Because there'll be no cutting or anything like that happening on this, I'm not too worried about having exposed screws. Yeah, look at that, man. That's actually pretty strong, man. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Let's add, yeah, we're good here. How far out this is coming to, like here. I don't want it to be too close to the edge though. And I really should look at what way I'm fixing these to this. I might get some longer deck screws into there. I do have a few of those. Let's figure it out. But first, 2 of these semi-long, these guys. I don't know screws at all. You guys probably know better than me. We're using these kind of screws. I don't know what they're for, but they do the job. Whoops. Let's swap this guy here out for this guy here. And then let's drive these in. That's why I love these screws. They like don't, the deck screws, they don't split anything. Perfect. Oh, that's very strong. That's stronger than I thought it would be. I mean, I wouldn't sit on it, but that's stronger than I thought it would be with this kind of timber. Amazing. Let me show you guys. Right, guys. So this is how we attach these. Basically, this piece of deck and board on one side, and then another one of these just over on the inside here. And that's basically it. And they're actually quite strong. I'm surprised that they're quite strong, but they're quite strong. So I think that's countertop number 1 done and dusted. So now I got to figure out the height, and I have this here tote full of my stock to give me an idea of the height. I realize I'm recording this wrong, and I need to like hold you guys out here, but I want it to basically be a shelf that's that height so that I can fit a bunch of those. And I might even put like a little curtain along. That it's gonna just some scrap fabric or something just to block the sunlight so they're not getting hit by any sunlight. I mean, it's not very bright in here anyway. One of the windows is here. Of course, the doors have windows, and there's a window there. And I mean, there's a decent bit of sunlight in here, but this is kind of like the darkest area. So it's a good place to keep stock anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna see. But let's figure out the height of that first. Figure out if these table legs from this is gonna work as some legs for it. Put a rail along the back and go from there. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna headbutt you guys and we're gonna be half done. Oh, Jesus Christ, we've done that a little bit too hard, but we're finished. I may or may not have not recorded, and by that I mean I did not record doing a chunk of this, but we're finished. I think I'm funny, but yeah, we're finished. Everything is done. Things are still a little bit messy. I haven't like integrated things into my workflow just yet. Today was my first I suppose yesterday was really, but today is my first proper day back. It's Sunday now, of like working. And yeah, it was really, really fun. I did find myself traveling back and forth just a little bit more than I would hope to, and I think that's just me trying to find the flow of what works and what doesn't work. But yeah, I'm going to throw you guys up on the tripod now and have a little chat about it. Alrighty guys, we've got new additions to the workshop. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I worked on this piece. I know that this video is over a half hour long, or close to a half hour long, and that's a bit of a long slog, and I get that, but I feel like when I'm watching it through, because I've edited everything except for this clip, when I'm watching it through, it doesn't feel like a half hour. So you guys got to tell me down in the comments below how you found the longer video. Was it too long? Did you find yourself zoning out or struggling to focus? Was it okay? Did you enjoy it? And then also, I'm going to ask you guys once again, please do drop any comments, questions, feedback, anything, whether it's about the video or about this. If you guys have some tips on how I can organize things a little better, great. If you guys think it's all going to go tumbling down soon because of my terrible construction skills, you may be right, who knows. But it's finished for the most part. And yeah, I really like it. Up on top, we've got the foot or foot and a half kind of worktop, as I mentioned. We've got some clutter in the back. That was clutter that was there before, behind everything else. That'll eventually find its new home once I get some more racking put in over on the other side of the workshop. That's going to come down the line in a month or two. I was hoping to get it done a bit sooner, but it is what it is. Finances and other things are defining when that's going to happen, but I'm still super, super happy about this. I do want to try and get maybe some tilt bins or some little parts drawers or something like that to wall mount here and potentially here, to hold things like rivets and screws and buckles and snaps and Sam Browns and all sorts, all the hardware that we use really, even the little rings for key rings and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know how much I need. I'd probably only do one bay, probably this bay first, and then move into the second one after. I do want to add just a little above the window shelf here. You guys can see I've got a rack storing some longer tools, some timber. There's a little umbrella here. There's all sorts. So there's not much space, but well, actually I'm not sure if you guys can see that high, but that's what's above me. But there's a little bit of space there. I'd love to have a little rack just to be able to put up a couple of small little boxes, maybe with business cards or that kind of thing, because I have found in the couple of the days that I've had this finished, I have ended up, I didn't think I would pack orders on there. I thought I'd continue packing them on the workbench, and I may go back to that, but I have been packing orders, at least smaller bits, like key rings and leather waxes, and the smaller bits are super easy to pack here. It works really nicely. It also works nicely, which was a happy accident, but slightly intentional, but not fully. It works really, really nicely as a standing desk for working on my laptop, and there I go opening my emails and showing you guys everything. So gotta probably blur that out, but it works really, really nicely for that. So I actually really like that because it means I don't need to sit all the time. I can stand sometimes and work. Right now I've just got an extension lead over here. I do want to hard mount that on the workbench, and just help me out a little bit with like cable management, but I don't mind that kind of thing too much. But yeah, that's the tabletop basically. I've got my scales for orders, and yeah, it's finding its home right now. It's finding what its use right now. Then underneath we've got boxes of stock, more stock. We've got a couple of sets of reenactment shoes that I need to clean up just a little bit. I use them for display. There's some old shoes, some are damaged, some have been repaired, some I want to repair and learn from, and all of that kind of thing. That's a finished project there as well. And then underneath, which you guys probably can't quite see, we've got a big tote here with our fill basically. We've got scrap packing paper and bubble wrap in the back of it. Underneath that we've got all of our craft paper bags for doing markets and collections and things like that. And then there's another tote the same as that over here, which is filled with all of our bubble mailers and all of that kind of thing. And then we've got just some market materials here, some crates that we stand things on, a little bit of scrap timber for another project that I'm going to be working on soon. We've got a big old compost bin here, which I don't think you guys can see. But this big old compost bin I'm super happy and excited about, because I've been using a tiny little tote one, like a countertop one, and I can compost all of my natural veg tan scraps and our cardboard scraps, unprinted cardboard scraps and stuff like that. So I'm really glad, because that thing is going to fill up quick, and it just helps us be a little bit more sustainable and a little bit more efficient. As far as the space between the workbench went, it's kind of perfect. Super happy. Once I get the racking put in over there and I get rid of one of the totes of scraps here that's under the workbench, what kind of sticks out, I'll be able to walk up and down the entire thing very comfortably. But it's actually like super comfortable. I really like it, and it works. It really works. On top of all those things, I've got just a couple of my kind of DIY tools, my drill and stuff like that. And then all of those totes that I mentioned before are sitting on top of 2 toolboxes, which again are filled with DIY bits, mine and some of my dad's as well. But yeah, it's super nice. I really like it, and I'm happy. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to leave a like on the video while you're there. So subscribe too. We hit 180 subs this week. Absolutely crazy. We're on the road to 500, but guys, that is crazy to hit 180 subs. I almost can't believe it, but I'm also like, just, how do I word that? Alrighty guys, so that is us. That's this video over. If you stayed until the end, drop a comment. Even if you already have, drop another comment and let me know that you're here at the end, because then I'll know that you're a real one. But it's time for me to go. While you're down leaving that comment, please do leave a like, and if you haven't already, which you really should have, give us a little sub. We hit 180 subs this week. I want to start doing that in the videos, by the way. I want to mention how many subs we have each week, so that we can look back in a year or 2 or 10 and see, wow, we only had 180 subs then. And I mean, hopefully by that stage we'll have grown a bit more, but at the same time, for me right now, that's kind of unbelievable. 180 people have decided to subscribe to see our videos, cluttering up their sub feed, and hopefully they get to watch them week on week and all of that. It's amazing. Next week, guys, I'm going to be away on Sunday, but I'm going to try to get a video made and scheduled to upload. If it doesn't happen, I'm sorry, it will happen the day after, on the Monday. This should be up for Sunday at 6 p.m. Irish Standard Time. And if you haven't realized yet, that is our kind of schedule, 6 p.m. Irish Standard Time every single Sunday. Next week's one is going to be a little bit different, but I don't want to spoil it. So, yeah, bye-bye.